Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Impact7 and in this video I'm going to be doing my Arsenal review slash rant for the Premier League so far, 12 matches in, which is about a third of the way through the season. Now, I'm going to be separating this rant slash review into a couple of different segments. First of all, it's going to be results. You're going to see them up on screen soon. Then there'll be Premier League position. I'll be talking about that for a little bit. Tactics. Then Xhaka, the manager of Arsenal, Emery, and then finally my overall opinion. So let's dive into this first, is the results. So, first off, we had an away game against Newcastle, which we won 1-0. Now, before I continue, in none of these matches did we play Arsenal football, quick-flowing football, nice to watch, creating loads of chances. That's not been Arsenal so far this season. But let's carry on. Away from home, we won 1-0 against Newcastle. Newcastle are not a bad team, but at the same time, I believe we should have won more than 1-0. That's just me. Then it was 2-1 against Burnley. I always rate Burnley very highly. So 2-1, fine, we're at home. Then it was Liverpool, we lost 3-1 away from home at Anfield. I can accept that. It's Liverpool. Looks like they're clearly going to be the favourites for the Premier League title. So 3-1 against them, fine. 2-2 against Tottenham. Xhaka, man. But I'll get more into Xhaka later on. 2-2 at home. Then it was Watford 2-2. What can I say about that, really? Thought we should have done better than 2-2, to be honest, against Watford. But at the same time, if I remember correctly, we were 2-0 up, and we let it slip, which is just unacceptable as far as I'm concerned. 3-2 against Aston Villa. We made it a lot more difficult than it should have been for us. Then we go to Man United, 1-1. Can't really argue with that one, to be honest. And then we move over to, we beat Bournemouth 1-0 once again. Bournemouth are not a scrub team. They're a pretty good team. So 1-0, can't really argue with that. Then we got Sheffield United, we lost 1-0. Away from home. How we lost 1-0 against Sheffield United? Once again, they're not a scrub team, but at the same time, a team like Arsenal shouldn't be losing 1-0 against Sheffield United. We just shouldn't. Then we get to Crystal Palace at home. We score 2 quick goals by our defenders. In the first 10 minutes of the game, we're up 2-0. Somehow, some way, we allow that 2-goal lead to slip, and we end up drawing 2-2. And obviously during that game, the infamous incident happened, which I'll be getting into a bit more later on. Then we drew 1-1 against Wolves, which my days. The horrifying thing about this is that during the match, even though we drew 1-1, Wolves had 24 shots. We had 10. They had double the amount of shots we had. How's that possible? How? But yet we had more possession. We had 58% possession to 42. How does that make sense? How? Because it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. That is unbelievably bad, as far as I'm concerned. Unbelievably. So, we move on from there, where we have the last match we played, which is we lost 2-0 against Leicester City. Now, from what I recall from that, at some stages of the match we didn't play too badly. We didn't. Having said that though, Leicester City was clearly the better of the two teams. Clearly, they're passing the ball nice and crisply. Their goals that they actually scored were the ends of very nice play. They're carving us, particularly when they scored their goals. Now, those are the results that we've had, okay? Those are the results. Where we are right now in the league table is we're 6th place, okay? Now, we have 17 points so far, okay? We've won 4 games, drawn 5, lost 3, all right? Now, currently, Liverpool have double our points with 12 matches gone. 12 matches gone, they have double our points. That's horrifying. That's absolutely horrifying. Now, we're level on points with Sheffield United, who we lost to, by the way, as I mentioned earlier. We are level on points with them. However, we are 8 points behind 4th place team Manchester City. Now, granted, me saying Manchester City are in 4th place, that in even of itself is surprising. But still, we're 8 points behind 4th place. 8 points. We're only 1 point clear of Manchester United in 7th. We are 10 points ahead of the worst team in 20th, Norwich City, with 7 points. So we're only 2 points better off as compared to us getting into the top 4 as we are being at the bottom of the league. That's silly. Our goal difference is -1. How does it... Oh my goodness, this doesn't make any sense. We are not... You know what, let me get into tactics now. Unai Emery clearly does not know his best formation. Clearly. Because he's swapping and changing constantly. He doesn't know what he's doing. How is it we have Lucas Torreira, who is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best defensive midfielders in the world, as far as I'm concerned. You see him playing for Uruguay. He's a monster. He's a beast. He's controlling that area of the pitch where he is. And yet, for some reason, Unai Emery is trying to turn Lucas Torreira into Kante from Chelsea. From what I understand, is that he wants Lucas Torreira to win the ball further up the pitch. That's all well and good. But his position is just in front of the defence. If you take him out of there, then he's less effective. Yeah, he may win the ball every now and then up near in the position where Ozil plays, but yet that's actually reducing his effectiveness overall. He should be playing where he needs to play. In addition to that, I'm going to get more into Xhaka later on, but Xhaka, I don't know for the life of me why on earth he was constantly playing in the first team. I have no idea. The fact that the moment I mentioned earlier, right, about how Xhaka cost us against Tottenham. It was one of the stupidest fouls I've ever seen in the penalty box. In the penalty box, he slide tackles. Surely you must realise he can't slide tackle. Surely. But yet he does the slide tackle. Straight after that, if I was Unai Emery, I would have said, you know what, Xhaka, you're not playing in the next game. You're going to be in the bench next game. We're going to have Torreira in your position, and then we're going to have Guendouzi. Alright? But no, he sticks with him. Not only does he stick with him, he gives him captaincy. That makes... Oh my goodness. That right there was like, oh my, what am I watching? What am I seeing? Xhaka as captaincy, already I'm getting into Xhaka. He's supposed to be a specific topic, but already I'm talking about Xhaka. Let me digress. You have situations where he's taking out players when they may be most effective. And he's putting them in positions where they aren't effective. The thing with Ozil, right? Now, Emery seems to have an issue with Ozil. Okay, fine. Ozil doesn't work as hard as Emery would like. Hey, I totally understand that. I understand that Ozil doesn't have the work rate of other people. He doesn't have the stamina of other people. I totally understand that. So Emery wants him to work hard for the team. I totally understand that too. I can't have any complaints about that. So, not having him play for 1 or 2 games at the start of the season, fine. No problem. I can't argue with that. Manager's showing his authority to Ozil. Ozil, this is what I want you to do. I want you to work harder for the team. I'm gonna keep you out for these next 2 games until you show me that you're willing to work hard. Fine. But then it starts to get to 3 games, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm like, wait a minute. Surely, Emery, you have the best seats in the house. You're on the touchline. You have nothing else to do aside from watch the match in front of you. Surely you can see that one of the main things we're lacking is creativity. Ozil is the definition of creativity when it comes to our Arsenal team. And yet you don't put him in. He's not even on the bench. How does that make sense? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You see the match against Liverpool, right? Granted, we lost, unfortunately, on penalties. But you see what Ozil did. He was a masterstroke. An absolute masterstroke of a performance from him. I saw him working hard for the team. And I saw him that assist he did for, I think it was Ainsley Maitland-Niles, where he flicked it back before it was going to go off. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I'm not saying that Ozil's going to do that every single match. No. But is there a possibility he could do that every single match? Absolutely. One of the things that we have one of the best attacks in the world, right? With the 4 players we could have up front, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Pepe, and Ozil. I have no doubt in my mind, if those 3 are in front of Ozil, Ozil will give them an opportunity to score. With the pace that Aubameyang has, there's absolutely no way Ozil cannot get him the ball and at least give him an opportunity to shoot on goal. Mesut Ozil. But yet he refused to play him. Did Ozil cuss him or something? Did he, I don't know, steal his favourite watch? What's going on? It made no sense to me. Absolutely no sense. In addition to that, you have the thing with Tierney, right? Kolasinac can't defend. He can't. He's okay. He's average when it comes to attacking, going forward, right? Defending, he's absolutely nowhere, okay? Tierney looks like a player who can both defend and attack, okay? One of the things that I like about him the most, though, is his crossing ability. He can whip that ball in better than anyone we have on our team, right? But yet he seems to refuse to play him, which makes no sense to me. He's clearly better than Xhaka, yet refuses to play him most of the time. We've seen him starting to play now and again. But I'm thinking, okay, with Bellerin, I can understand because you just come back from serious injury. Cool, you want to be a bit more careful with him. Fine. But Tierney, he was playing in the Europa League, but not in the Premier League. Now, recently, he's starting to play. But I think he should have played a lot earlier. Now, we move on to Xhaka, okay? Xhaka, and I believe I've talked about Xhaka in my previous rant, right? Where we lost against Liverpool. While Arsene Wenger and Alexis Sanchez was at Arsenal. But Xhaka is a player I don't believe should have ever been in the first team of Arsenal. The only time he should be in the first team of Arsenal is when we're playing in like the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. And we're up against like a team in the Championship or team in League One. And the manager wants to rest our best players. So here you go, Xhaka, play. Even, you know what? Give him the captaincy. Whereas everyone else around him is a bunch of youth players. Whereas he's the captain. Fine, give him the captaincy then. But he's playing in the first team time and time again. Even when he makes terrible mistakes. Like against Tottenham. Horrible mistakes. No one, and I mean no one, who's an Arsenal fan who even watches football can excuse what he did against Tottenham. Surely he must have realised in that area the guy couldn't shoot. The guy could have possibly crossed it or passed the ball. But why on earth would you slide tackle like that in the area? Makes no sense to me. Makes absolutely no sense. But yet he's played the next game. So where is the repercussions for his actions? Nowhere. Nowhere. In addition to that, Xhaka's played at Arsenal. Let me just bring this up here. How long has Xhaka been at Arsenal? Because I want to make sure I get this absolutely 100% right. Xhaka's been at Arsenal. Let me just have a look here. Xhaka's been at Arsenal. Xhaka's been at Arsenal since 2016. So about 3 years, let's say. And in 3 years, I don't know what his position is. I don't know what his position is. Is he an attacking midfielder? Is he a defensive midfielder? I don't know. Because he can't do either. He can't. He's not good at... He has a rocket of a foot when it gets on target. Okay? He can't slide tackle. He barely, if ever, passes properly and actually gets the ball to where he's going rather than actually giving away the ball. He doesn't have very good discipline, as I've told about with the slide tackle against Tottenham, among many other things. He doesn't have leadership skills, which surprises me considering he was the captain of Arsenal. So, what exactly is he on the pitch that he gives to Arsenal? What are the benefits of him being on the pitch that allow Arsenal to improve? I can't think of anything. Can you header the ball? I don't know. So, what on earth is he in the team to do? Your guess is as good as mine. Now we move on to Unai Emery. Oh boy. Now, the first season, Unai Emery, and I'm pretty sure I've said this on multiple occasions on my streams, for any of you who follow me, and that is Unai Emery in his first season. I was always saying, you know what, his first season is like a pass, right? Whatever happens in the first season, I'll give him a pass. Granted, I was frustrated in how it ended off because we should have got at least in the Champions League, whether it be through the top 4 in the Premier League or through winning the Europa League. But I digress. We get into this season now. We're playing terrible football. We just are. It looks like the players aren't motivated by him, and the players just simply don't want to play for him. Okay? Now, he seems to be quite stubborn and hard-headed. I don't know what possessed him to give Xhaka the captaincy. I don't know what quality he saw from Xhaka that thought, okay, let me give him the captaincy. Because to me, a captain is supposed to be an extension of the manager on the pitch. Okay? He's supposed to help dictate the tactics of what the manager wants on the pitch to his teammates. A captain to me is someone who his teammates on the pitch can rely on. Okay? Their, I guess, inspiration could be a word to use, particularly for the youth players. But in addition to that, he's supposed to be a role model for the youth players, okay? He may be an inspiration, but in the wrong direction. He's an inspiration negatively rather than positively. Furthermore, he's been at Arsenal for a season and a third. A season and 12 games. Does he know his best formation? Does he know his best team? Because by the looks of things, he doesn't know either. Furthermore, when you look at the players he has, right? Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil, Ceballos, Pepe, Lucas Torreira, and so many other players. It's a good team. It's a good team. But for some reason, we play horrible football. we all know, whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, that the Arsenal defense is horrible. Okay. Now this was before he even got to the team, Emery. Can you, and I mean this genuinely now, who's watching this video, can any of you point to an improvement in the defense? Any of you? In the comment section, please let me know. In the defense, let me know, man, because I can't see any. Now, granted, I think Tierney's an improvement over Kolasinac, and it's nice to see Bellerinham's back, absolutely. And Emery has been a bit unlucky when it comes to injuries, particularly when it comes to the defense. At one point, it looked like all the defenders were getting injured, all at the same time. So I can give him a pass on that. But at the same time, surely, when you walk into a new job, right, particularly at a job where you are the manager of a group of people, okay, you are the supervisor, and from the moment you walk in, you know that there's an issue, right? Surely one of your main focuses would be to solve that issue. When it comes to Emery, the moment he walked in, he should know, he should be able to identify immediately the defense is the issue. So let me work on that defense. He barely needs to work on the attack because Aubameyang and Lacazette, Pepe, who he brought in, and Ozil, those guys know what they're doing and they can sort out themselves. But the defense, we need to work on that. We need to work on that completely. But where is the work on it? Are they even working in training on defense? Because whenever I watch the behind the scenes at the Arsenal training ground, okay, and most of the time what I see them doing is running through obstacle courses, right, and doing the game where there's a group of players standing in a circle, and then there's like one or two players in the middle, and they're passing it around trying to make sure the people in the middle don't get the ball. That is all I'm seeing they're doing. And maybe every now and then I see like Leno saving a shot, catching the ball, or you see Aubameyang and Lacazette taking shots. I don't see any drills where the defenders are actually doing something. I don't see one where they're having, okay, Aubameyang and Lacazette, and you have David Luiz and Socrates. David Luiz and Socrates defend these two. Granted, they're not going to be able to do it, but at least learn how to do it. Learn how Aubameyang's quick as all hell. Socrates, David Luiz, learn how to try to not necessarily stop him, but hamper him. Make it a bit more difficult for him to get his shot off. Nope. Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Because it clearly don't look like that to me. It clearly doesn't look like they're learning how to defend. Clearly. Now my overall impressions, because I'm gonna get to the end of this video, because it's coming up to 24 minutes now, and I don't want it to be too long. Overall, I believe Emery has until Christmas. Now, let me just go through the fixtures that Arsenal have upcoming, okay? Now, we have, for the next couple of games, we have Southampton, we have Norwich City, we have Brighton, and we have West Ham. Those are the next 4 games for Arsenal, and I want wins in every one of those games. Every single one. They need to be a win. Southampton, Norwich, Brighton, and West Ham need to be victories for Arsenal. Okay? The next ones after that are Man City. I expect a loss in that one, straight up. Everton, iffy on that one. Bournemouth, win. Chelsea, iffy. Can be a defeat, can be a win, depends on what Arsenal show up, depends what Chelsea show up, but Chelsea are playing not too badly so far. And Manchester United, a draw, maybe. So how many games is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the 10th one would be Crystal Palace. We need revenge on Crystal Palace. We need revenge, right? Now, I'm saying revenge, even though we drew against them, we need to beat them. Away from home, we need to beat them. But as I was saying, Unai Emery has until Christmas, okay? Was the ones that I mentioned, the ones until Christmas would be up to... Everton is on the 21st of December, and then we have Bournemouth on Boxing Day, the 26th of December. So let's say after Boxing Day, so the 26th, okay? He has until then. If we lose more than we win, right? Or if we draw more than we win, Emery needs to go. Emery needs to go, because we need to have enough time to bring in someone who has the January transfer window to maybe sell some players, or maybe to bring in some players. Now granted, bringing in some players during the January transfer window is already difficult enough, so I'm not expecting anything spectacular. But bringing in 1 or 2 players who the manager has identified as someone who can help, can't hurt. Xhaka needs to go. He can't play for Arsenal ever again, as far as I'm concerned, for what he did. And I'm pretty sure all of you know what happened against Crystal Palace. I'm not gonna go over it, but he needs to go. He can't play ever again for Arsenal after what he did. For me, I'd prefer the formation that I think could possibly work for Arsenal is a 2 up top, Lacazette and Aubameyang, 3 behind them, meaning Gabriel Martinelli. I'm a really big fan of his because he's not afraid of attacking the person who's in front of him when it comes to the opponent's defender, the defense. In the middle, Ozil to obviously spread the ball around, and then Pepe to the right of him. So it's a 2-3-1 behind them, meaning Torreira in his proper position, and then the 4 defenders, Tini, Socrates, either David Luiz or Holding, Bellerin and Leno in goal. Alright? Now so far this season, out of a rating of 10, I give Arsenal 4. Because clearly this is not good enough. Clearly. You cannot be out 24 shots by Wolves. And you only have 10. And you're at home, by the way. Something's not right. Alright, that's the end of this video. Thank you very much to everyone who's watched. Really do appreciate it. If you want to keep up to date with my latest information, please follow me on Twitter, Facebook and Discord. Links will, for as usual, are in the description box down below. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all again on my live streams. Please do let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. I'd really like to hear them. Oh my days, Arsenal are... I've said this many times, Arsenal are the most frustrating team to support in the world. No doubt about that. But hopefully things will get better. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell. Laters.